Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Shiloh Amphitheater's 9th Annual Independence Day celebration. Tonight we honor our country by taking a look back into its history. And now, please welcome tonight's host, Scott McDonald.
Thank you. The Academy of Arts and Sciences presents an award each time this year. Wrong show, sorry. Hey, welcome to the Shiloh Amphitheater. Is this great? We're here. Yes, we've done it. Another 4th of July. Hey, how's everybody doing up on the hill there? Everybody okay? Very good. How's everybody on this side? All right. Welcome. This is our 9th annual 4th of July celebration here in the Shiloh Amphitheater, and they just seem to get better and better every year. First of all, how about this set? Is this incredible? Can we hear it? Look at this. It's outstanding. Actually, when we left Los Angeles, the sets were in color. Then that storm earlier this week kind of knocked the color off. We got to call into Ted Turner. He'll be out here anytime. Well, let me tell you a little bit about myself. The announcer said, my name is Scott McDonald, and I hail from Los Angeles, California. But for 3.5 wonderful years, I called Kelowna my home. I didn't actually live here because they wouldn't let me, but I liked calling it my home. It's a beautiful town. It really is. We have a lot of fun. I'm going to break from tradition right now. First and foremost, I would like to give a big hand to all the people that work very hard each year to bring this show to life. The set builders, the decorators, everyone who really works to make this show something special. Let's give them a hand. No, I'm sorry, no, you misunderstand. Let's help them finish the thing. We're not done yet. It's, hang on just a second here, folks. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Most comics would memorize their act, but it's such a hassle. Well, I am from Los Angeles, and I do miss living here in Kelowna. I miss the Midwest. I miss the clean living out here. You guys have such clean air. Now, I don't want to play into the stereotype about LA, but we do have smog out there. And on a very smoggy day, when you shoot an arrow into the air, it sticks. It's rough. I did a little research getting ready for the show this year. I wanted to find out what our kids in America know about American history. So I went down to the beach in Malibu. Anybody here been to Malibu, the beach? Yeah. Yeah, it's a different crowd that runs down there. And I ran into these 3 surfer guys, and I wanted to find out, what do you guys know about American history? So I asked them, I said, how many of you guys know Lincoln's Gettysburg Address? One guy says, oh, dude, we didn't even know he'd moved. So I thought maybe I better slow the questions down a little bit. I said, okay, how many of you guys have ever read Lincoln's Gettysburg Address? Well, one guy says, oh, we'll just wait for the movie to come out. A little slow. So I gave him one more try. I said, do you guys know why George Washington was buried in Mount Vernon? One guy says, I know, dude, because, like, he's dead. Yeah, these were not sharp kids I was talking to there. These are the kind of guys that watch an episode of Baywatch, and then during the commercial, they break up into discussion groups. Actually, I like Baywatch. It's great acting. The best. No, really, actually, Baywatch makes Hee Haw look like a think tank. Hey, do we have any college students here tonight? Anybody going to college? Right here? Anyone up on the hill up there? Way up, yeah. Yeah. You go to college? Yeah, what college you in? U of I, very good. So, miss, is that the best seat you could get tonight? A little late tonight? Yeah, what are you majoring in? Tardy studies? What's the deal here? Well, listen, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. This is a piece of advice my dad gave me. He said, son, if at first you don't succeed, your skydiving days are over. My dad, he was great. No. My dad was great. He was always like laying these sage pieces of advice on us kids. He did say this to me once. He said, son, if at first you don't succeed, failure just might be your thing. I want to thank you all for laughing at my emotional scar. I appreciate that a lot. You guys are great. You really are. You guys you remind me of family. The Manson family. Hey. And I love coming out here. You know, I gotta be honest with you. One of my greatest fears in life was to face an audience this large. I've done smaller crowds, but to come out and face 2,000 plus people, I'd have to say is one of the greatest fears. I've always just dreaded this moment. And I gotta admit that now that we're here, now that it's happening, now that I'm doing it, it's far more hideous than I could have imagined. Oh, this is great. You're a wonderful crowd. You feel good tonight? You ready for a good show? We're gonna have a lot of fun. Hey, doctors just found a miracle cure for insomnia. Get a good night's sleep. I'm sorry, what was that? Yeah, can we have the ushers kick this woman out, please? Thank you very much. You guys like to do fun things? Yeah, fun things. Okay, college girl. Yo, U of I girl, up on the hill. Next time you're in a movie theater and somebody asks you to move your head, do this. How's that? I like to mess with people. Don't you like to do that? Like mess with people in their professional settings? I like to go to the drive-thru at Wendy's and order the salad bar. Here's the cabbage, sir. And what do you call an Amish guy with his arm down his horse's throat? He's a mechanic. Oh yeah, you're oohing me. You'll be telling that one around the water cooler Monday, pal. You know you will. Oh, man. Rolling Stones are in concert again. Have you seen this? Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones out doing it again. Aren't they a little bit old to be out doing rock and roll? Yeah, do you agree with me? Yeah, it's like Mick Jagger's got to be like 55, 56 years old. I think it's time for them to quit. I really do. I do not want to see this in about 5 years. Hey, stop me up! Oh, stop me up! Never stop. No. He's got, yeah. Get out before you embarrass yourself, boys. I don't understand music. Does anyone, what makes one song a great hit and the other songs just kind of drift off into oblivion? Here's a song that has always bothered me. It's a song by Otis Redding. It's called Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay. Do you know this one? Yeah. Now, folks, if you've ever listened to the words of this song, it's really a song about nothing. Let's do the first verse together. Join me. I'm sitting in the morning sun. I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in. When I watch them roll away again. That's a song about nothing. That guy could have stayed home and written that. Hey, I'm sitting in my easy chair. I guess I will walk over there. Turn around by the door. Yeah, I guess I will sit down some more. It's a song about nothing. Come on. Folks, we've got a great show lined up for you tonight. When the producer of the show, Rick Holbrook, my good friend, asked me to host the show, I said, Rick, I really don't know anything about hosting 4th of July shows. But then I thought, wait, there is a 4th of July show in Shiloh that needs a host. And if someone, somewhere, doesn't step in and fill the gap, there are going to be a lot of heartbroken kids in Shiloh wondering what happened to their beloved Amphitheater show. And I said, it's not going to happen, man. I said, yeah, I'll do the show. Anyway, tonight, it's going to be kind of a fun little show. On this day of liberty, I want you to understand something. I'm going to be taking a lot. The show is called My All-American Evening, and I think you're going to enjoy it very much. I told Rick when on the show, I said, I have a couple of requests on how we do it this year. I said, if we're going to do scenes from American history, we are going to do them the way I think they should have gone. Thus, My All-American Evening. And folks, if I were going to start the perfect 4th of July show, I think it might start something like this. down right now, I want to introduce you to a very special lady in my life. You know her. She's Lady Liberty. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I think a 4th of July show should start, right there. Hey, village people, guys, hang in there. The 70s will be back. Yes. Looking good, cowboy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, history is a funny animal. Most of the stories that we learned when we were kids in school, they tend to stick with us through our entire lives. But I'm betting that the people that those stories were written about would probably cringe at the way the textbooks wrote about them. Books have a way of sort of smoothing out some of the rough edges and maybe over-dramatizing other points. I don't know, I wish they'd put more emotion into those books. What would it have been like to actually be there and see the Declaration of Independence as it was signed? Or to see Paul Revere ride through the streets that night warning of the British invasion? Or how about this? To stand in that crowd and gaze on the faces of those people as they watched Abraham Lincoln deliver the Gettysburg Address. I wonder if they knew they were making history. Well, I know we're not going to get the answer to that question here tonight, but through the miracle of imagination, specifically my all-American imagination, you are going to get a glimpse into one of our country's most significant turning points. George Washington and his mighty men as they crossed the Delaware River. But we're not going to see the textbook version of that, my friends. No, we are going to witness the human drama of that bitter cold night, oh, so many years ago. So without further ado, I present to you the Delaware Brigade.
General Washington's log. River date, 1776-ish. I've taken it upon myself to cross the Delaware to take the British by surprise. Although the men are rowing, we seem to be going nowhere. Almost as if we were frozen in some famous picture or something. I try to encourage my men to sing along with me to pass the time. Everyone on the left. Row, 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 row. On the right.
Gently down this
Stop!
river.
They sound worse than 6 dying yaks. I make my way up to the front of the boat to determine why we are indeed going nowhere.
Whoa, hey, come on, watch it there.
It's a small boat, buddy.
Are we there yet?
I've got to go to the bathroom.
General Washington, Bob's not keeping his hands on his side of the boat.
My men are saying things, but as a good captain, I ignore them. At the front of the boat, I have the overwhelming feeling that I am the first leader of the free world. I'm the king of the world!
What's this moon talking about?
Didn't you see Titanic?
No, I already...
Whoa. Didn't we do away with the king?
I'm sure he means king in a purely democratic sense.
Oh.
I feel so important, I think they should name a city after me. And a state, too, now that I think about it. Perhaps even a town in Iowa. A teeming metropolis filled with industry.
General Washington, sir? What would it be called?
I can see it now. We'd call it Kelowna!
I like it.
I don't get it.
Ah, you're so ignorant. Can't we just throw him overboard?
Overboard! Overboard! Overboard!
My men are planning on throwing a man overboard because he is incredibly stupid.
Stupid! Stupid! Stupid!
But I am not much worried, though, because we are still not moving anywhere.
Anywhere! Anywhere! Anywhere!
And the man could easily climb his way back onto the boat.
Boat! 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 Boat!
Does anyone know where exactly we're going?
Yeah, we're going to Delaware.
Delaware?
What's in Delaware?
Nothing.
It's better than New York City.
New York City?
Get a rope.
I thought we were going to Hawaii.
I love Hawaii.
You mean I brought my sunscreen for nothing?
Why are we crossing this river?
To get to the other side.
No, I think you're getting us mixed up with chickens. You know that
Chickens?
chicken
Where's
joke?
chickens get into this?
Oh, you're thinking of Titanic.
I know.
Are there chickens in Hawaii?
Did someone say Hawaiian chicken? I'm getting hungry.
I love teriyaki chicken.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Chicken nuggets with secret sauce.
No. Honey roasted barbecue chicken. Oh yeah, that's good.
Chinese chicken salad.
Oh, yeah.
No, how about chicken soda?
Chicken soda?
My men discuss chicken as I stand at the front of the boat. Perhaps their minds will move to thoughts of mutiny as they ponder the route to Hawaii. I am not much worried about being thrown overboard, though, because we are still not moving anywhere. And I could easily climb my way back into the boat. I'm in the boat. I'm out of the boat. I'm in the boat. The water looks as cold and black as interstellar space.
Hey, everybody, let's mess with the old guy. We'll show him some mutiny. General Washington, sir! I was wondering, how does this sound? A piece of nice, warm, gooey, cherry pie!
Cherries!
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 The humanity!
Cherries!
The horror!
Cherry!
Oh, Father! Father!
He's losing it.
I couldn't tell an eye! I chopped down your cherry tree! The memory comes flooding back like a tidal wave.
We're going to Hawaii! Yeah.
My cherry tree. Who chopped down my beloved cherry tree? Who would do this dastardly? Ah, of course. George Washington Jr., out here at once, boy.
Oh, yes, Father!
George, I'm going to ask you a question, and I want the truth, boy. Who chopped down my cherry tree?
Oh, well, I think it was sometime last week, if I do recall correctly, yeah. That naughty Tommy Jefferson was over, you remember? And he was saying something about going to get an axe, and, oh, look at me, I'm going to chop down somebody's cherry tree.
George, you and I both know the Jeffersons have moved on up. To Connecticut. And therefore, Thomas could not have cut my tree down. I will ask you again, and I want the truth. Who chopped down my tree?
But Father,
Shush!
I'm just trying
Shush!
to... Tommy!
Shush! Shush! I got a whole bag full of shush for you. George, who chopped down my tree?
Oh, Father!
The hand.
I'm sorry. I cannot tell lie. I chopped down your beloved cherry tree.
Oh, George, I'm proud of you, boy. That took incredible intestinal fortitude to tell me the truth to your own harm. And because of it, I am not going to punish you.
Oh, thank you, Father. Thank you.
Oh, come back here, Mr. Future President. I have another question for you, son. Yesterday, someone pushed our outhouse over the cliff. Would you know anything about that?
Well, Father, as we have clearly established...
You're touching.
I'm sorry. Yes. As we have more than clearly established before, I cannot tell lie. No. And I pushed the outhouse over the cliff all by myself.
You did?
Yeah.
You're going to the woodshed, boy.
Father, I told you the truth. Why are you punishing me for your outhouse when you didn't punish me for your cherry tree?
Because I wasn't sitting in the cherry tree when you chopped it down. You know, folks, tonight's just being kind of a fun, lighthearted show about history, but I think it's important to take a minute and remember that real men and women fought and died to make this country what it is today. Sir Francis Scott Key was an eyewitness to one of our country's most infamous battles, the attack on Fort McHenry. He lived to write a song about that night. We know it as the Star-Spangled Banner. It's our national anthem. Sometimes I think we sing it without really having a depth of understanding about the words. I wonder what emotions Francis Scott Key felt that morning when he looked out across the harbor and saw a humble, tattered flag flying in the breeze.
Here's your ale, sir. If it's not too much trouble, sir, if I'm not interrupting, aren't you Francis Scott Key, the writer?
Why, yes. Yes, I am. How did you know?
Oh, sir, it's not very often we get someone as famous as yourself into our little pub. I am a great admirer of your work.
Son, you're very kind. I just needed to get away to a quiet spot like this. I needed to sort out my thoughts. Boy, have you ever witnessed battle?
No, sir. If I may ask, what was it like that night?
I'll tell you one thing. It's a night I'll never forget. There's a story often told. It's a tale where men were bold. It's about our land, tales of glory, and why our flag is flying still. On a night so long ago, sky on fire and all aglow, as the armies fought in slowly thought, could our flag be flying still? Though the battle went all night, I could see by morning's light that our flag was there, flying in the air, with its stars shining so bright in the misty air, flying proudly there. Our great flag was flying still. Through the smoke-filled skies I gazed, buildings burning and ships were ablaze, but I could see it there, way up in the air, with bombs bursting everywhere. But our flag was there, it had a little tear, but our flag was flying still. You can see it in the early light, those stars and stripes waving there. Proudly hail it when you see it, and just hold it tight. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Many men that night were lost, but freedom comes at quite the cost. On the shores that day, I could hear them say that their flag was flying still. For the land of the free and the home of the brave, yes, our flag is flying still. Men will live and men will die, so our nation's flag can fly in the golden breeze, just atop the trees. Yes, our flag is flying still. In our God's blue skies, under His great eyes, yes, our flag is flying still. Through the years, our nation grew. From now on, it's up to you. When your flag's unfurled, stand and tell the world that your flag is flying still. That your flag is flying still.
Abraham Lincoln, perhaps one of our country's most beloved presidents of all time. He was a voice of sanity during a time when our country struggled to forge its destiny. They say he had a calm demeanor. He'd be a welcome addition to today's modern political scene. If George Washington is the father of this country, then for my money, Abraham Lincoln is the heart and the soul. If Abraham were here today, I wonder how he would want his public image to be perceived, especially by the kids. How would he want them to hear what he had to say? How would he get his message across? Well, I think if he were here, it might be something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together. Give it up for the 16th President of the United States of America. Abe is in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, Abraham Lincoln.
Here we go.
Well, my name is Abe, and I'm here to say I was the 16th president of the USA. I started working out in the field of law, and I'm the last honest president this country ever saw. I freed the slaves, gave liberty, and I live my life believing all men should be free. And most people know my speech is word for word, but you should have heard me break it down to Gettysburg. Cause I'm honest, honest,
totally honest Abe.
Cause I'm honest, honest.
He's totally honest Abe. He's fresh, he's fat.
I got a really big hat.
He's a bomb, he's a cat.
Well, I'm down with that.
He's honest, honest, totally honest Abe.
I'm totally honest Abe. Break it down. This country still stands for liberty. It's the home of the brave and the land of the free. I love this country and I died for it too. Now what are you hoping they'll rap about you? The Civil War took a toll on us all, and every single homeboy answered freedom's call. The Emancipation Proclamation dropped the bomb. Wave your hands in the air and just sing along and say honest, honest,
totally honest Abe.
Cause I'm honest, honest,
totally honest Abe. He's fresh, he's fly.
I'm a really tall guy.
He's hip, he's sly.
And they'll never hear me lie.
Cause he's honest, honest, totally honest Abe.
I'm totally honest Abe.
That's right.
Civil War's last casualty, but I do it all again and I count the cost for what is life and freedom's lost. And I dig this groove and I got to say, God still blesses the US of A. I'm the Robin Rez Digger, yes I am, and put your hands together and work this Def Jam and be honest, honest,
totally honest Abe.
honest, honest,
totally honest Abe. He's a hip Abe dog.
I got a cat made of laws.
He's cool, he's slick.
I'm the one to pick, but I'm
honest, honest, totally honest Abe.
I'm totally honest Abe. Rule with me now, rule with me now. Get up, get up, get down now. Get up, get down now. Oh, what's up? Oh, what's up? Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Now I come from Illinois, and I know what y'all are thinking. Yeah, that's the place that they call the land of Lincoln. I walked all night to return a book. Ain't nobody calling on us Dave or Crook. My critics say I was way too tall, but the shorter they are, yeah, the faster they fall. Now in South Dakota, my face is all stone, and out in D.C., I'm sitting on a throne. I'm honest, honest,
totally honest Abe.
Cause I'm honest, honest. Honest Abe.
Lincoln.
Well, my name is Betsy, and I'm here to say I'll sew your nation's flag in under a day, 'cause I'm Betsy, word Betsy, totally Betsy Ross. Betsy in the house. She's the hip Betsy doll. Someone else is in my house.
Betsy, we're in the house.
George Washington, nice to see you. And Ben Franklin, you're looking fit. Have you been lifting?
Only a few down at the pub.
That's what I thought. Listen, can I offer you guys something? Coffee, tea, English muffin?
Oh, you little kidder, you.
I know how much you love those English jokes.
Betsy, I hate to be all business here, but the boys down at the Continental Congress wanted us to come and see how you're doing. As you know, we commissioned you 6 months ago to create a flag for America. We're here to see where you're at.
That's fabulous. Well, I'm glad you boys stopped by, but let me ask you, how are you getting along with those English fellows?
Yes, the English. Well, we've sort of had a little argument.
A little tiff.
Sort of a disagreement.
Small spat.
We're at war.
Well, they said, we want no taxes. We said, what about representation?
Yes.
And then that little party in Boston Harbor?
Yeah, I heard
Things
about
got ugly.
Yes.
Well, all I can say is it's really too bad you boys just can't get along.
Well, they started it. Yeah.
Well, did you want to go ahead and throw a tantrum?
No, 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 no.
Sounds like someone has an attitude issue to deal with, Ben.
My good woman, hear me now.
Well, I'm listening.
Freedom and liberty are not mere issues of attitude. They are the core, nay, the cornerstone of this country's foundation. And I say to you that no free-willed man will rest until this tyranny is abolished once and for all. If freedom of religious choice, and a good dental plan, are issues of attitude, then I submit I am the problem.
Does he do this a lot?
All the time.
Okay. Now, Betsy, remember, we wanted you to create a flag that would command respect.
Respect.
Yes, and instill fear.
Fear.
Into the hearts of our enemies.
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 Yes. So, what do you come up with here?
Boys, do I have the flag for you?
Yes.
This one just screams, I will fight you to the death.
Oh, yes.
There you
I
go.
love it here. Let's have a look here.
Yes. We have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
It's really great. It's like, I love you, but I'll kill you. I love you, but I'll kill you. Don't you mess with my freedom.
You know, that's close, Betsy, but not quite what we wanted. Do you have anything else?
Well, yes, it's not my best, but it's still fabulous.
Have a look here. Have a look. Peace. I don't know. What do you think, Ben?
Not a good idea, what with the war and all.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We do have a war.
War thing.
Yeah, you mentioned
Anything
that.
else, buddy?
You betcha. Now get ready. Because this one just sings, my country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty.
Let's have a look. Liberty.
Hey,
Honk if you love America. I don't get that at all.
come on, George. It's so modern. It's totally cutting edge. It's like, give it a couple hundred years. It'll grow on you.
Betsy, do you have anything else?
Boys, I'm afraid the well has run dry. I'll keep working on new ideas if you want, but really,
Oh, Betsy, it's not that we don't appreciate what you've done here. It's just that, I don't know, I wish something would come along that would inspire us. I wish something would just leap out at us. That's a nice skirt, by the way.
Thank you.
And just something would say, this is America's flag.
well, George, you never know. Could be right under your nose and you don't even know it. Maybe something will just come hit you from right out of the blue. You just keep those eyes peeled, won't you?
I hope you're right, Betsy. Well, we're history.
And no pun intended.
None taken. You boys have fun fighting those British, huh?
Folks, World War II stands out as a time in our nation's history when our country came together like at no other time. The German war machine was a threat that freedom-loving people the world over would never tolerate. So we here in America came to the aid of our allies in Europe in a show of strength and unity, gladly sacrificing the pleasures of civilian life. People suffered because of the war effort, and they endured hardships not of their own making. But I'll tell you, through it all, the spirit of America shined through. And nowhere could that spirit be seen more clearly than in the dance halls of our USO clubs around the world, where our men and women got together and do what they do best. They danced.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was born with a draft. He's in the army now, I'm blowing reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next day the cap went out and drafted a band. And now the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a tootily out a toot. He blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, you can't blow a note unless a basic guitar are playing with him. He makes a company jump when he plays reveille. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a tree. And when he plays, he makes a company jump A to the bar. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Do-do-do-do-do-da-da, do-do-da-da, do-do-do-do-da-da,
Let's keep that going. Was that incredible? Gosh. Yeah. Incredible. Well, they really appreciate that. Those kids worked very hard on that dance, and I think it paid off. What a great team they are. Well, folks, if there was one event in the history of our country that captured the hearts and minds of the whole world, I'd have to say it was that July day in 1969 when 2 American astronauts accomplished one of man's greatest achievements by setting foot on the moon. It was the crowning achievement to a decade that had nearly torn this country apart due to a very unpopular war in Southeast Asia. But on that July evening, it seems like everyone came together, put aside their differences, and if even just for a moment, we were all once again proud to be Americans. I've often wondered what astronauts Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong talked about before they made that historic landing. They must have discussed it. They must have gotten together and planned what they were going to say. I wonder what they talked about. I wonder what happened between them. I just wonder.
So, Neil, just think about it. You're going to be the first person to walk on the moon. I mean, mankind has dreamed about this moment since the dawn of history. La Luna, the big cheese, our glittering orb in the silvery heavens. What exactly are you going to say when you take that first step with the whole world listening?
Well, Buzz.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. And when I come down off of that ladder and my feet first touch the surface of the moon, I'm gonna say, boy, this sure is neat.
And?
That's it.
That's it. That's all you're gonna say.
Yeah.
This is history here. We're making history. You can't just say something like, boy, this sure is neat.
Why not?
Well, that'll ruin it all. I mean, just think about it. You're gonna be the first person to walk on alien soil, and all you're going to say is, boy, this sure is neat.
Well, mister, I still haven't figured out how to use a zero-gravity toilet. What should I say, then?
I'll tell you what. If it were me, and I still remember saying heads, not tails, so it should be me, I would say, yeah! I'm the cosmonaut cowboy! Yeah! Woo! Yeah, what do you think about that? It's golden.
That is so stupid. I would never embarrass myself and my entire family by saying that. Cosmonaut cowboy? That is so stupid.
It's not stupid, it's manly.
Trust me, buddy. I'm trying to help you out here. It's stupid.
It is not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Fine, then. Let's see if you can come up with anything better, Mr. Golden Lips.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let's hear it.
Fine, I will.
Okay, I'm waiting. Let's hear it. Come on.
How about maybe,
Ha! You can't even take the first steps towards coming up with something better to say. That's why I should be the first man to walk on the surface of the moon. Then I would get to say, yeah! I'm the cosmonaut cowboy! Woo! No, see, because if the moon is 1/6 of Earth's gravity, it goes something a little more like this. I'm the cosmonaut cowboy.
what did you say?
You know the gravity thing.
No point, Dexter, before that.
I said that you couldn't even take the first steps towards coming up with something better to say.
That's it. Steps. That's what I'll say. Something about steps.
Are you impaired in some way? When you walk on the moon, all you're gonna say is steps?
You got it, buddy. Steps. Yeah. Woo! Steps.
Count and a half. 30 seconds. Forward.
Mom, come quick. Dad's about to land on the moon.
The girls are gonna love me.
Oh, look, kids, your dad's gonna land on the moon. Oh, honey, I'm so proud.
Okay, engine stop. Houston, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
They've landed.
Tranquility, we copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about stern blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Houston.
Mommy, that's Daddy.
Sure is, honey.
Going down the ladder. Coming down off the ladder to the lunar surface. That's one small step for a man and one giant leap for Yeehaw! I'm the cosmonaut cowboy.
Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed our little show tonight. And I hope we can all leave here feeling a little bit better about ourselves and hopefully a little bit better about our country. You know, today's America is the same America for which we all stand.
And it's the same America envisioned by our founding fathers when they met together in Philadelphia in 1776 in order to form a more perfect union.
Their purpose was to establish justice,
Ensure domestic tranquility,
provide for the common defense,
promote the general welfare,
and secure the blessings of liberty to all of us and to all of our children.
That freedom that created the framework to ensure the blessings of liberty and freedom under the law
was miraculously achieved in the constitutional document by great men in an hour of great crisis.
And that same hour of opportunity to sacrifice is now given to us.
to lay down our lives,
Our fortunes and our sacred honor, to secure the blessings of true liberty to America.
This freedom can come only to men and women who hold their faith and their country at the center of their lives.
and who hold fast to the unending truth
that is still indeed one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
True patriots are those who, like Benjamin Franklin, recognize that it is the Creator who intervenes in the course of human events and in the affairs of men.
And so, we too, just as our forefathers,
highly resolved that this nation shall not die, but shall have a new birth of freedom brought forth under his guiding hand.
And that it shall not perish from the face of the earth.